Taking us up. Hey guys, it's Ronnie, and I'm still at Kumoricon because the next few interviews that you watch will all be at Kumoricon. But right now, I am kind of sweaty and fanboying out because I'm next to one of my favorite actors in anime. She's amazing, and her name is Tia Ballard. And if you don't know who she is, then well, you probably don't watch much anime then.
Hi everybody! It's nice to be here.
But she's first off, I love her for this. She's happy in Fairy Tail. You've been in Borderlands 3, you've done Dragon Ball, One Piece,
Yes.
Free,
Yes.
what am I missing?
Darling in the Franxx, Rosario Vampire. So many things in the last 10 years.
Well, I mean, your IMDb alone shows you have well over 200 credits. Like, is that all of them, or is there more?
There are always more little stragglers that come out. I don't know who updates all those websites, but I appreciate it because I don't keep up with anything.
So the first question, of course, is the age-old one, but I gotta know because I don't really read interviews. So I'm a fan, and I don't want to know too much about everyone because
That might be for the.
But I'm always curious, and I'm always planning. I'm going to interview you one day, so I'm going to find out on my own.
I love that.
So I'm curious, what made you move into voice acting?
Oh my gosh. Well, the Cliff Notes version is I'm from a very tiny town in Texas. I graduated high school with 25 people, so pretty small. Usually the men are farmers and the women are teachers. And I've always loved cartoons. Loved cartoons. So when my sister had Backstreet Boys on the wall, I had Toy Story on the wall. And that was just kind of my life. And I'm sure people who come to cons can relate. Just characters, seeing them and seeing them feel the same feelings I felt. Mm-hmm. I really just connected with that art form. And so I draw, I voice act, I create, I write, all creative things. So, long story short, after high school, I became an art major because I wanted to be creative but not talk to anybody. I was very shy. And after that, I worked for the Walt Disney World College program, which I highly recommend.
Wow.
Yeah. It was my first time away from home for 6 months, and I got to be around cartoons all the time and see people who work there because they love it. They just love it. And that's where I said, okay, I'm going to be a voice actor. And where's the closest place to me? Funimation? I'll work there. Like you do. So I changed my major. I double majored in speech and communication to get over my shyness and theater to learn how to act. And yeah, just by word of mouth and practicing and just holding on to that dream, I landed an audition, and that's where I've been ever since.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
So, of course, you're from Texas, too. I love that. And everyone is either... It's all in Texas. I just love that, I feel like I need to move there. And I was born in Texas myself, in Corpus Christi. So
really?
It's just amazing how it's like the Hollywood of voice acting.
Oh my gosh. Well, as far as anime, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, some other companies have started doing stuff. I mean, I don't know. I see it growing in the future.
It is with Gearbox.
It's like Atlanta. It's grown so much with filming over there. It's like it's stealing so much from Hollywood.
It's kind of exciting for me because I have a lot of friends that have just moved to California. It's like I'm biding my time. Like maybe the market will just grow here and like a flower. I won't have to do anything.
Right on. Sorry. So I'm always curious because you've done over 200 characters. Do you have any standout favorites?
Oh my gosh. Well, right now it's 02.
Okay.
Darling the Franxx. I really connected her when I met her. You can say meet the character, but it's true. You do meet them as an actor because you're asking me to crawl into her skin and live there, or her heart. And she has such she was growing up feeling like a monster. Not that I felt like a monster, but I think we can all relate to the fear of being loved and the fear of loving I think it's something that we as humans battle with our entire lives, learning to love ourselves, learning to love others, learning to let others love us. So I really resonated with her in that way, heart to heart. And it's been a long time since I've done that with a character. So she was a real blessing, and I absolutely love her.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. So it was a deep, personal.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, I love Happy so much, and one of the best things about him is all I have to worry about is cleaning out his litter box. There's no like emotional maintenance there. But sometimes it's nice to get like, oh, you're really sad. Let me feel that with you.
So opposite scale. Has there ever been like after you went in and voiced something and then you saw it and you're like, I really don't like that.
like what I did?
Like a character like
oh my gosh.
It's like, oh.
That's kind of par for the course, I think, for everybody. Because we're always growing. If I listened to stuff I did when I first started, you could probably hear my knees banging together. I was so scared. And you know, sometimes you have off days or whatever. So, and then like a few days ago at this con, we watched My Love Story, directed by David Wald. And Lucy Christian and I were, for the first time, we get to sit down and watch the first 3 episodes together. And of course, we're both like, you sound really great. I don't know how I sound, you know what I mean? It's like, gosh, I stand out next to her, like in a bad way. But, you know, how we interpret our own performance is not the same. We're always the most hypercritical. Yes, exactly.
Yep. We're always most hypercritical of ourselves. So, I'm curious, especially for something like, because you are, well, I mean, you're pretty much in every single episode of My Hero Academia, which means I'm guessing is a pretty hefty voiceover schedule.
I am
what is it?
Not.
No?
No. I play Ragdoll. She was only in 1 episode.
Oh. I'm sorry, and Fairy Tale. I'm sorry. If you were Ragdoll in My Hero. See, she's got me all nervous.
That's okay.
Yes, Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
I mean, so what was like the schedule like for that? Is it like a full 8-hour day?
Oh, that's a great question, actually. You know, we've been doing Fairy Tale for so long, and now simuldubs are a thing, where that means we do an episode per week of a show.
Oh.
So you can't get sick. When I started doing Happy, we did several episodes at a time. So let's say we did, I don't know, 3-4 episodes a month or something like that.
Okay.
So I would come in, you know, or more actually, because we had so many episodes to get through. So let's say 10 a month. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But either way, they'd schedule chunks at a time. Back then, Happy's voice was harder for me to do. Now it's like, I can do it all day! And it's fine. But back then it was a little bit harder. And then you got your other characters that you play. So 8-hour days, you can get everything done at once for that month, you know, just for a few days. Now it's different. Now since we do an episode a week, it's like a little bit of Happy each week, which is nice. It's actually nice.
Because you got it down to like a more finite method.
Yeah.
Makes sense over time. That's nice. So was it is a typical day just 8 hours, or are you guys in there for like just all
It
day?
kind of depends. The good thing about voice acting is we're contract work. So our things come in seasons. So every 3 months we get a new chunk of shows. And so if you're only cast in, let's say, 2 shows, and there are 10 shows, well, you don't know how big your character's going to be, how small. Sometimes they think you're going to be the main character. It turns out you're a background character, because the episodes are coming out, like, they air in Japan, and then we do them immediately. So we never know where the show's going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless we read the manga. So it's different for everybody. I'm directing as well, so I'm up there a lot with acting and directing. But a lot of the times we just get our things done, and that's it for the week. So some people are there 5 minutes a week. Some people are there a lot longer.
Which brings me to another question. You're doing more on the other side. Do you enjoy that a lot? Is that something you're hoping you do just a lot more of? With the
I
directing
love
and
it.
stuff?
I mean, like I said, animation is a passion of mine, bringing stories to life. directing has made me a better actor, and acting has made me a good director.
Okay.
So, and sitting there and getting to direct people that have been in the industry longer than I do, I can learn all their tricks and learn how they work, and it's like a master class every time you direct. And it's wonderful. I have a leader personality anyway, so it's nice, like, okay, I'm in control here. But then also, it's nice to just walk in, do the job, do the voice, and leave, and it's not on you after that. So,
Nice.
if people hate this, it's not me.
Nice. So I'm curious, because with your body of work, I always look at it and I'm like, God, she'd be great to voice this and voice this. And I'm like, is there any like characters out there, or a show, or that you just wanted to voice, or anything like me? I'm like, I bet you could kill it as Harley Quinn.
Oh.
I think you could. I think you could kill it.
Oh, thank you so much. I would have so much fun with that. She's so wild. I've always loved Princess Peach. She is my girl, my favorite princess.
Okay.
Princess Peach, Minnie Mouse, any of the other, all big favorites. As far as anime, my favorite anime is Gunslinger Girl. That came out way in the day. It actually inspired me a lot. And so I feel like one of your first anime is always like your heart anime, like that's the one that got me into this first.
Right.
May not be your first anime, but the one you connect with. And that was my big connection, was Gunslinger Girl. So there was 2 seasons. They were doing the second season when I got hired, and it finished. So maybe if a 3rd season comes, I can, I don't know, kill everyone that's in the running and then just take the role for my own.
Nice.
But
Beware.
yeah, I love that
Beware.
show.
Right
or just,
on.
please let me direct it or help, or let me sit in. Just let me sit in and watch. I just love that show.
So, is there anything out there, like some new shows that you might be working on that we should know about?
There are always new shows. Right now I'm directing Kono Oto Tamare, Season 2. So that's airing. And in just a few months, our new cycle of shows are going to come around. I don't know what's coming. I never do until like the week of. But it's always something exciting. They always keep me guessing.
So how many shows maybe would you say on average you're working on at a time?
Funimation as a whole works on probably, I think this season we had like 21 shows at a time. And then for me personally, it kind of depends. It changes every season. Okay. Sometimes as an actor, you're cast a lot more. Let's say you're cast in 10 of the shows. Sometimes you're cast in 1. Sometimes you're not cast in any. Okay. It's just kind of how it works, the cycle, because people want to see new voices, new shows.
It's true.
Sometimes content is a factor. You don't want to be in certain shows if they cross any lines of yours. Things like that. So every season's different.
Have you turned down many shows yourself?
I have turned down some shows. I've actually also used a fake name, which is sometimes people do that.
Yes, I've actually, with interviews earlier today, or most of this weekend with everyone's always told me that I've got a fake name too.
Yes,
so
yes.
Yeah, I don't want to mix this one.
And it's not because I'm hiding or anybody's hiding. We all have our own reasons. I have a teaching degree. I want to be a mother. So I don't want my child Googling my big anime.
Some of you are youth ministers, some of you have, and it's like you all have other things going on inside.
Yes, exactly. And if it's something that, if people found out I did this, it would be an issue. I always say no to those. And they do come up. And if it conflicts with me morally, I say no. Yeah. But if it's something that's just like, we jiggle a little bit for you, for lack of a little better term. You guys know, you watch anime. I can say it fake. I can use a fake name for those and be okay.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Nice little in-depth interview with the amazing Tia Ballard, who is in 265 episodes right now, currently of Fairy Tail, and it's just amazing to me. And I can't believe I boxed that up earlier. so sorry.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I was like, I wonder if he thinks I'm someone else.
No, I know who you are. Actually, it was a good show for me because I'm pretty much big fans of you guys, everyone that's here, and I know who your names are, and I was like, oh, I know her. Oh, I know her. I'm like, oh, Karen Strauss. Oh, yes.
That's why it's so hard to get into shows. Even as an actor, I'll be fangirling over my friends, and it's like, this is weird, but you're really good. Shut up.
I do these interviews all the time, and I'm always like, oh my god, it's you.
Yes. Don't want to be your fan. I want to be your best friend.
Right. I'm so standing here right now. Well, again, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much.
Of course.
And make sure you guys go check out like pretty much almost every anime in like the last 10 years
Oh my
almost.
gosh.
I mean, literally, like, and all the really great ones. I mean, all the really great ones.
Oh, you're so sweet.
All right. Well, thank you. You guys have fun, and if you didn't come to Kumoricon this year, make sure you're here next year, because, wow, it's a party. Later, guys.
Bye.